Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We are back once again. It is race week on EGL, and as usual, it starts off with a Lamborghini spinning out of the corkscrew. That's probably not the last time we see that today. I don't know. But yeah, it is Laguna Seca, as you could just see there. And we are here with ACC on the Monday evening. And by we, I mean our 23 driver grid and our two commentators. Which is myself, Timo, and Mr. Triton. Hello.
Hello, everyone. Good to be back.
Yeah, last week you were away for unimportant things like your birthday. Cringe. But
yeah, honestly, imagine celebrating birthdays.
But luckily this week, you know, you didn't have to go too far to the racetrack, so you're there. You know, it's kind of your backyard, on the world scale.
Laguna.
On the world scale.
Sort of. I'm pretty sure it's like 6 hours away from me. This is like northern.
Oh, and there goes Brabner. That's yeah. This qualifying session already shows us what we've got to expect from the race session here, because people are spinning a bunch, and it is just because it's Laguna Seca. It's a very technical track in a way. It's quite narrow and really punishing when you extend the limits at all. Because there's the gravel that just sucks you off track, and then good luck recovering that. And there's the sausage curbs on the inside of most corners, so you have to drive with millimeter precision to make sure your car doesn't get yoinked off track and finds itself in the gravel. So you want to avoid that. And we've seen, of course, I don't know who it was, Ruben or Smelt, in the corkscrew going off already. We've seen Brabner spin there himself in turn, I don't know how this track map works, turn 4 or 3? Don't know how they do the count. Oh, probably 4, because the kink on the start finish straight is turn 1. And yeah, so it's going to be interesting. We've got some driver swaps as well, as you saw the Trigon Racing car going off a little bit earlier, and the fact that that's Ruben or Smelt is because Baskessel can't make the races anymore on Monday, so he has stepped down after Season 1. It's been here quite a long time, and now Jasper Smelt from Trigon Racing Academy takes his place, and the Trigon Racing Academy has brought in, is he on the grid? No, I don't think he is, but Jos Mersman is now in the Trigon Racing Academy in the Aston Martin now, alongside Ryan Noppen. So they changed cars from Lamborghini to Aston Martin, and that's how it looks at Trigon Racing. Also, we've got Adam Stevens as a new full-timer. He was here last week, and this time he finds himself in the correct car as well, because last week he was like kinda in the old Porsche. So he didn't have a fun time at Zandvoort. He's not having a fun time at Laguna, but that's because of the track and not of the car. But he's a full-timer now, so that's cool.
We have yellows. Who's car 22? Oh, that's Karsten. I think he's making room for everyone there. He's back into the pits.
Karsten giving himself 40 seconds of space before he attempts 3 laps so he doesn't get held. Huh. Anyway.
Yeah, he went back to the pits, I think. He's on pole by 2/10 at the moment, and I mean, I don't think he hasn't lost a race yet. So,
Bans started the game.
Oh yeah. I'm keeping an eye on the registration for this as well. So, just making sure. Yeah, okay. Yeah. I think he wasn't sure about. I think he's having wheel issues or something. But
oh yeah, that's a given. Now. He said he's gonna drive this wheel until it's completely dead. He said it's giving him funny noises and he has to calibrate it multiple times sometimes. But yesterday was fine. Maybe it is fine today as well. But yeah, as you said, the qualifying situation. Karsten currently has got a 2/10 lead on Felix Rupert, and then it's Jakub Maciejewski leading silver class in P4 with quite the impressive time, a 22.4 it is. So he's definitely going places, and will look to assert dominance on the grid in silver class. He is currently in P2 there in the championship behind Tim Krushwa, who is, or is not, is on the grid. He is in P14, which is P3 in class, just behind Kennedy Chikeka. So that's how the championship looks in silver class right now. In pro class, or rather in the overall standings, we've got Carsten gapping the field with 100 points out of 100 possible points. Only points he hasn't gotten himself are penalty points, so, you know, can't get everything. But he's got a nice collection, 100 points. Then it's Dominic Illigno who's taken P2, who ironically hasn't finished P2 or P1 yet this season. He's got
off the road. Sorry to interrupt. Yeah, Chris I think spinning out. That's not going to make Fernando Alonso and Maximilian Verstappen very happy, I don't think. But
moves off the line in front of the corkscrew. So who's that? Is that Rupert? Yeah, that was Rupert. No, it was Rupert's teammate. It was Chris. So that he can move through. I'm not quite used to them, to Luxlade Racing having, you know, normal livery now and an Audi. I like the old one. This one is good as well. It represents Luxembourg nicely, but the old one was, you know, it was a bit of a special one. So that one stands out. And it's gone now. The car number 18 is off into the gravel. That is Guilherme, I think Guilherme is right. Santos. So he is in the Nissan and he is in the pit lane. He's got time for one more lap, as we see Adam Stevens leaving as well in the car number 77. Yeah, Felix Rupert now second. He's taken P2 last week as well, and
I think he's getting held up here. Yeah, Chaplinskas was in the way there, and that's definitely put him off. That's not going to make him very happy, but thankfully he should be able to get another run here.
Yeah,
and Brabner's right behind. Yeah, 2 runs. Yeah, I forgot it's 1 minute 20 lap time, so shorter.
Yeah. I wonder if there's some Stewart action coming Matas Chaplinskas' way, who was a little bit slow on the racing line in this session. He wasn't slow 2 days ago, because he was in the Daytona 24 hours in the same split that Wow and I and Danny were, and he came P2 in that race, so, you know, maybe put all his prep work into Daytona 24 instead of Laguna Seca, because right now he is only in P19, but I'm sure he can get a proper lap in towards the end of the session. But for now he needs to get out of Brabner's way, I believe, because the Mercedes is getting uncomfortably close. Yeah, and he's riding on that curb while the gravel wants to pull him towards its side, and there goes George. And he didn't see the corner. Tragic. Shows you a lot. It says a lot about the safety in GT3 cars. Okay, in virtual GT3 cars.
He is moving. Yeah, he's all okay. Thankfully. Yeah.
Also,
wait. Am I lagging?
No.
Or what happened? Yeah, the server just went down, I think.
Not for me.
For me, it went down.
Maybe your internet had a funny. Also, a name you might not recognize, because I didn't until I clicked the driver and saw that he's driving for Blitzig Racing Team, is Petar Alexander Berbatovic. Now we know where Alex Berbo has got his name from. It's his second name and version of his last name, so yeah.
Oh, that's who that is. Okay, yeah. We're wondering.
Yeah, he's Illigna's teammate at Blitzing, that's how I found out. So yeah, Berbatovic is Alex Berbo, who I think has quit F1 after only one race. They're saying it is terrible on a wheel. On a pad, he didn't notice how terrible the force feedback was, but now it's he can't really drive it anymore, is what he's saying. So stepped down from F1 as far as I'm aware, and now he's committed to ACC, which is nice to see. And he's also in the top 10 for this session right now. Rupert Brabner Smelt can't improve anymore. Maybe something coming from Geider. Never mind. This is the wall, so Geider's not improving. Carsten is not improving. And Illigna Olive both in the pits. Alex Berbo, actually, I think the last car's still going, and he looks like he's going to...
Kononov.
He's gonna match his time. Yeah, Kononov in P22 right now, and over the line is Berbatovic, I don't know. And I don't think he improves. P9 for him. So this is your qualifying, and Carsten once again on pole. So George didn't manage to beat him again, but this time they're actually quite close. And I don't know if that is because Carsten bottled or because the others are genuinely close on pace. I am not certain, so it's going to be interesting.
All right.
As we go for a little bit.
Oh yeah, Wessel is in the stream, and he says, "Good stream to you, Timo."
Yeah, I think I complained once that he never watches streams. Okay, now he's just popping into every stream saying good stream and then leaves again, I assume. But
Formula Chris was in the chat earlier. I forgot to say hello to him as well. Yeah, I'm keeping tabs on it, and hello Dragon and Nico as well. Is Nico racing?
Veld is racing. Yeah. So, I mean, last week I think Vissa was writing during the formation lap, so Veld can also write during qualifying. We're going for a grid walk. For the second week in a row, we have got Alexander Karsten alongside Felix Rupert on pole. I believe that was the grid formation last time out, and then two-time pole sitter George Brabner and P3 in the championship lines up behind. Jasper Smelters made the jump from Trigon Racing Academy, finds himself on the second starting row in a really promising position. P10 in the championship, maybe he can make some ground. Pavel Gaida is in P5 alongside Jakub Maciejewski. Then in P7 we've got championship P2 Dominik Illigner alongside Antoine Olivet, who seems to struggle a little bit with Laguna Seca according to his own statements. Then Alex Bobo lines up right behind his new teammate in P9. Christian Stricker in P10. Tim Crusher, who's currently leading Silver Class, is in P11 and needs to gain some ground on Maciejewski, who's in P6 to keep the championship lead. Sam Chumley, our Season 2 champion, is in P12 behind him is Adam Stevens, head of Kennedy Chikika. Then Ruben van den Hudding with another kind of mediocre-ish qualifying performance for him, so Smelt needs to carry the team today. He's alongside Nico Veldman in P16. Then we've got Marius Torres in 17 in the Lexus, Witkowski in P18 in the Audi, then Matas Jablinskas P19, Jack Mills 20, Guilherme Santos 21, Nick Kononov 22, and on the last row it is Jurien Visser, aka Dragon, alongside Bans in the Porsche. So that's your grid for the Laguna Seca race, and I'm excited because it is Laguna Seca, which has a different. I mean, it's different from tracks like Monza because overtaking is quite hard here, but I think it's a little bit like Zandvoort that we had last week. But the difference is, I think it's a lot more punishing. So. While that's not really fun for the drivers, it is kind of fun for the commentators because they are running like they are on knife's edge at every second on this track, and one mistake just means you lose those positions. So there's actual movement in positions going on here because as soon as someone catches the gravel, you just go past, which didn't really happen in Zandvoort. So I think we're gonna see more position swaps here. But for the drivers, it's not the most popular track exactly because it is so punishing. One lapse in concentration and you're gonna lose a lot of time, potentially even your car.
Yeah, it seems as though... I should also mention, I'm pretty sure this is where Karsten made his sort of debut, I guess you could say, in Season 2. Or not debut, but not his debut. I mean, his comeuppance kind of happened here in Laguna. I recall, like, this was around the time when he started to really show his pace, and from this point onward it just became an extremely fast road up for him, just pretty much making his way from the midfield all the way to being as dominant as he is, to show just how fast he became in such a little time. I think it was no, it was Misano, and Misano, I remember he took the lead for a little bit and then got spun around and then made it all the way up to P4. But here he was
out.
Here he was I remember keeping an eye on him and saying, this guy, Mr. Alexander Karsten, whoever he is looking really fast, and he was able to make his way up the field and was looking really fast and getting some really good moves and stuff. So that's just something to note, and now it's just funny to see that now here in Season 4, he is right at the front and in a prime position to do his usual thing of pretty much taking off the start. But I mean, I should watch my words because last time I commentated, I ended up jinxing several people. So.
Well, the thing is, if you jinx him, it just means that there's more movement in the grid while Karsten finds his way towards the front again. But yeah, it was an exciting race. He was fighting with Samuel Chumley here, I believe it was Chumley, for multiple laps, and they had a lot of little incidents with each other. Of course, Sam went on to be the champion of that season, and Carsten gave him a good fight there, only 4 races into his 2SRL ACC career. So that's why it kind of showed. And now he's going to lead the grid into turn 1. He's going to have the inside line, quite the long run towards turn 1, and then it just goes into that 180 degree, a little more than that bend.
Yeah, there was a bit of a check up in the back there, but I think it should be fine.
Yeah, so...
or maybe it's just lag for me.
Maybe. Brabner is getting real close here as well as we go to the helicam, so we get the maximum view, and the 5th round of the 2SRL ACC Season 4 is underway, and it looks like an actual mediocre start from Carsten as Rupert gets his nose ahead on the outside line. Can he hold it into turn 1 though? Brabner is also looking for a gap between the two of them. Geider lunges on Smelt, so Geider might be up to P4 here. Carsten reclaims the lead, and now Brabner is alongside Felix Rupert, so they are gonna scrap for P2. Maybe Brabner can get a move on and become the lead chasing car of Alexander. Carsten is late on the brakes as Felix Rupert, and he claims that position back, so Brabner doesn't get anywhere with his attempts. Geider's made up a position. Illigner's up a spot, I believe, and
Mills is off the road behind.
Mills, so, no, that's too early.
No.
Why? Oh,
why is it always Mills?
It's always... Oh, I just switched away from a fight. What's that? That's Illigner getting alongside Jasper Smelt. And you don't want to run too wide then. That's exactly what Smelt sees. So he doesn't fight this too hard. But it maybe opens him up for a move on Antoine Olivet. So... Maciejewski and Smelt potentially the losers of the start as we head into the corkscrew for the first time. That's Kushrout breaking himself alongside Alex Bourbon. They're gonna touch in the corkscrew. None of them off though. Another bonk a little bit. But yeah, you really want to keep yourself ahead here. Stevens gets between the two of them. And Sam also tries to find his way past Ruben. Gets past Samuel Chumley in all of that. So yeah, Burbo stays in P9. Then Kushrout P10. Stevens P11. Let's look at the scrap a little further ahead. Yeah, Smelt keeps his position on Olivet, and Maciejewski is the loser of the start. Only 2 positions ahead of Tim Krushwa, who is fighting for the lead in silver class.
Yeah, Van den Hutting meanwhile trying to send it up the inside of Stevens here, trying his best to make up some ground here. Gets a little bit of a slower entry, but then gets the exit there and gets the move done. So fantastic job from Van den Hutting, showing that he might have not had the best qualifying here, but he is going to try and make his way up the field. So far so good. Up front as well, I don't think Karsten is just yet in the clear, because Rupert looks, he looks very fast, and Brabner is still on his tail as well. Gaida might be falling a little bit off of them, but he is also still within a shout here, but Karsten not yet fully pulling away, although he is starting to gain a little bit more time.
I quickly need to save my phone so I can still look at chat because it's running out of battery. I'm sorry.
Okay, yeah, no worries. I'll keep an eye out on things here. So Karsten, yeah, does now seem to be getting a move on it, and Rupert's might be struggling a little bit to match that pace. So we'll keep an eye on the lap times here.
I've got yellow flags, and that's car number 24, and that is Ruben van den Hutting into the corkscrew. We're gonna watch the replay of that, and that is Stevens absolutely missing the braking point, sending him into the wall. And the terrible season that Ruben's having doesn't find an end today, because this is being taken out 3 times in 5 races, and Zandvoort didn't go well either.
Boy, so that is really unfortunate. Stevens will be taking a penalty for that, I'm sure. But yeah, really unfortunate to Van den Hutting. He got the move done on him and was looking pretty good. But yeah, unfortunate. Didn't do anything wrong there. Yeah, now Karsten up front is almost a second away. And yeah, it doesn't seem... Well, let's see the lap times here. Yeah, 22.8 for him. Whereas Rupert did a 23.2 and Brabner 23.5. So yeah, it does not look as though... It doesn't look very good for Rupert right now if he wants to win this race. Karsten, meanwhile, showing how fast he is and taking off here. Yeah,
honestly though, Rupert is giving me some good vibes in this season. He's, he's joined us in the giveaway race of Spa, you know, the Coach Dave one. And he was fighting with Ruben there and thought, yeah, solid pace. And now he finds himself in P2 for the second week in a row. So his progress has been very steep. And I know he's driving in endurance races. He's committed to ACC. So maybe he can step his game up over this season and become a challenger at the front. He looks like he's got the handle on Brabner as much as Carsten has the handle on Rupert. The gaps are roughly the same. So Rupert in the middle of the gap of Carsten and Brabner. I wonder if he can keep this up because it's looking really good for him. Maybe Carsten might, you know, maybe there's a challenger awaiting him at some point.
Yeah, meanwhile, in the back here, Rene and Visser both having a scrap here. Visser getting a bit scared and running all a bit wide there, and Rene does get the position. So both of these two from the back of the grid have made their way up to 16th and 17th respectively. So good start for Rene so far. Let's hope he keeps going.
Yeah.
So,
is anything scarier than being attacked by Rene, really? I don't think so, so you can't blame Visser for getting scared.
Yeah, of course not. Yeah, and I mean, maybe he just broke himself. He could have just been a simple mistake. Not even that, as Rene does bounce off the curb a little bit, but yeah, I'm pretty sure
Matas Chiplin's gets going. Yeah.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, I was going to say Fernando Alonso in the paddock there had a little bit of a grimace, I think, watching, because I know he is not exactly happy with his team, although he's never really happy in general with any of this. But...
Oh no, purple goes off, and I think, yeah, he can't recover that one.
Oh dear.
He needs to drive back on the track. Let's hope this is a good reach. Oh, he finds himself just out of that battle group, so he keeps at least P10, but that is Krushva through, and now Krushva is only, how much? Like, well, he's waiting for the timer.
Right behind Yeah, let's see what it is. 1.1 seconds.
That is really close, actually, and those two would fight for the class lead, exactly. So, looking forward to see how that goes between them. And then we've got a good battle group here with Stevens holding the bunch a little bit for now, ahead of Chumley in P12, Strecker in P13, and then it's Veldman in 14, and behind them is also Chikeka in that battle group in his menacingly big Bentley, as Stricker gets a terrible run there, and Nico Veldman sees his chance, and he seizes that chance as well, so he goes through into P13, but can Chikeka maybe follow him, or can Chris fight back? He goes to the inside, but it doesn't work.
Yeah, good defense there from Stricker, keeping aware of both cars there. Since he's in the middle, he has to watch out for multiple factors here, and they lost a bit of time to Stevens and Chumley, but I think they can gain that back here because they do look very fast. But yeah, Stevens struggling immensely, and they can't really seem to find a way past him right now. Rene might find his way up towards the back of this grid because he does look very fast. So
yeah, I mean, he's usually, yeah, exactly. I agree. He's usually pretty quick with little practice. I just wonder how that's gonna work in Laguna Seca. I remember last time he was here, he spun out the corkscrew, and before he hit the wall, he already hit Alt F4 and played F1 2020 because I was new that day. There goes Chikeka. No, he can't make it stick. It's a difficult one to overtake at because this has quite the long straight compared to Zandvoort, for example, but the 90-degree corner doesn't really inspire any, you know, carrying of momentum on the car ahead of you. So, and the straight isn't long enough to get the move done.
Sam onto the curb there, makes a bit of a mistake, and he's into the wall. No,
Sam, no! As the prophecy is. Oh no, this is
Mills and now him.
Yeah, doesn't catch it. I was warned. I was warned of this. There was a discussion in the chat. Oh, this is... Wow. This is Carsten, but he's fine. He's just getting some gravel. This is the first mistake I've seen from him this season, and it cost him nothing. So...
I was gonna say, you sounded really excited for
I just saw... Like, I clicked on Carsten, and I see that he's half on the gravel, and I thought, wait, what's happened? But nah, it's fine. It's fine.
Yeah, I want to mention as well that he is over almost a second and a half faster than Rupert that time around. 22.2, which is his personal best, and Rupert did a 23.6. And they're all in the 23s here, so Rupert actually did make a bit of a mistake somewhere as well. Brabner is right on the back of him. He did a 23.1, and Guida a 23.3. So yeah, he's lost a bit of time here, half a second down on Brabner, and Brabner does look to be quite racy indeed, trying to get that P2 here from his rival in the Audi.
Yeah, I wonder if this is if these are the first cracks from Rupert under the pressure of Brabner, but because, I mean, he's been fast so far, but it's also a thing to do consistently at Laguna Seca. He was able to keep it up at Zandvoort, but Laguna Seca is a little bit of a different beast, so you need to have the consistency, and maybe this is still a little bit of a problem, but he's gonna figure that out over the course of his career in sim racing, I am sure, as he goes a little bit deep in the last corner there, and that has opened it up for a move by George Brabner in that blue and gold dress racing Mercedes car as he moves towards the outside, which is difficult to overtake on. Rupert holds the inside line, but maybe Brabner can do it on the brakes. He carries it deep into the corner, but the inside line is gonna prove successful for Rupert. So no position loss, even though he made that mistake in the last corner, but all of that is letting Geider and Illigner catch up, and it's gotten them into undercut distance, I think. So if
there's a car off. That's
18 Santos, yeah. Maybe we can take a look at that. Now that's just the back end of the spinners. Mills, whoa, almost. No, Mills, yes, he alive.
Oh, okay.
Well, he avoided it, just about. But I had a heart attack on his behalf. So, Veldman maybe on Stevens, no. So,
right through the cork to Brabner, right on Rupert's tail now, making his presence known. So he might be feeling a bit under pressure, but he doesn't seem to. He hasn't given in just yet. Let's see if his run through the final corner is a bit better this time around, or Brabner can actually do a good enough job here. He does take a wider line, Rupert, and I don't know if that's helping him because Brabner does seem to be getting a pretty good exit now. He has a good slipstream coming up towards turn 1. Is he going to have a look here? He does pull to the inside. He might actually just try and scare him a bit, and actually does go for it here down the inside, and Rupert has to give him space, and Brabner just tries to stick his nose in. They make a bit of contact there, but I don't think that puts either of them off. Rupert still has the inside line here for the upcoming corner and keeps the move. So good racing from the two of them. A little bit of contact, but I don't think it's anything to write home about. So good work from the two from them, and great job to Rupert keeping that position.
Yeah, and the thing is now that doesn't only bring Geider into undercut distance, it also brings him into the distance where if Brabner has another unsuccessful move and his door is left open, then Geider might just slip right through and take that P3. So now Brabner needs to be a bit more mindful with his overtaking attempts. One failure and he might be down to P4.
Yeah, look how close Geider is.
Also, that's a 3-white moment. What's going on? Veldman off track here, as there was a little bit of bunking as the bottleneck of Adam Stevens has finally been cleared here. We're gonna watch the replay of that in a bit, because that looked quite interesting, I've gotta say. We're gonna go for the 30-second replay so we can see everything that led up to this. This is Stevens going off track, and Veldman sees his chance and he outbreaks him on the outside, but Stevens late into the corner. They're both deep, and then Chris makes the 3-wide and they play a little bit of domino. This is Bance trying to get himself ahead, I believe, as well, so he finds the position. So does Chikeka. So Veldman the big loser in this one, and Chris has finally cleared Adam. So exciting stuff going on there. Veld a little bit annoyed, I would imagine, and into turn 1. Oh wait, never mind. I thought there was a move, but we're still good for P2.
Yeah, let's see if Rene actually does send it up the inside of Kennedy Chikeka there. He does get himself alongside, tries to force his way through on the inside, and he does get the move done. So that's great job. It's a great job. Puts him into the podium for silver class. Yeah,
that's true. They were fighting for class position, and after winning, I believe, even last time out.
There's that Chaplinska's off the road there. Yeah, that's him into the wall. So.
We're gonna see the replay of that. What happened? Oh no, the rear tire, and he doesn't manage to hold on, so he goes into the wall. And that is quite unfortunate. There's gonna be a bunch of cars coming through, so some places down for him, and this is exactly what I meant when I said Laguna Seca is not good for overtaking, but it's still exciting, because so much can happen, and you're just sat there on the edge of your seat, hoping that everything is clean, but also hoping that one mistake just opens up the opportunities for the fights that we want to see. And Gaida also has got Iligna and Smelt in his rear view mirror now, so they have developed from a 2-man battle group between Rupert and Brabner into a 5-man train for P2, all the way down to P6. And then there's a little bit of a gap to Antoine Olivet, who hasn't come into his own at Laguna Seca yet, but is only 3 seconds.
Oh, who's that off the road? That's Smelt, who spins around and loses out here, so he's gonna lose some positions here.
Oh yeah, that's a sausage curb! It is the sausage curb. It's so punishing. In Brands Hatch, that would have been like, you know, invalid lap time, maybe a warning, and here it's just spun around, and all
Adams as well makes a huge mistake on the sausage curb as well, and loses out of position there, so Rene is up into P12 now, and Kennedy Chekeka also makes his way through, so Adam is struggling severely here, and it's costing him a lot now, so like you said, that bottleneck released Kimi, or Christian, so now let's see if Rene and Kennedy Chekeka can all follow suit, so... And seeing as Smelt made that mistake, they might be able to gain some time on him as well. So this will be interesting to see.
That is so spicy through the corkscrew. And
I think Rupert made Rupert made a little... No, actually no, he's similar pace. Brabner is kind of falling off the back, but trying to make his way towards him again. And Gaida and Iligner are still on the back of them, so 2nd through 5th all right on each other's tails here. And then Olive kind of backing it up there, and with Maciejewski and Kruspar behind. But 10 seconds up the road is Karsten. So no mistakes yet, and of course made that one mistake you mentioned, his only mistake of the season. And
his
showing
biggest
why
mistake of the season.
His biggest mistake. I mean, he made one. I would say he made one.
Oh no, that's Brabner around his Gaida, pushes him off in the corkscrew, and Iligner gets collected. How unlucky is that? Round goes the Blitzing Racing driver, and Olive goes through. That's Maciejewski, and we're waiting for Krushva. Wait, where's Krushva? Oh, he's some way back, and that was... What was that? I mean, it's not too hard to see what that was. I was Gaida spinning him around, and then Brabner, I don't know if he failed to hold his brakes, or if he... I mean, he was just in... I mean, he was... His wheel was just still spinning. That's unlucky, and Iligner round... That's
that
really
is unfortunate. Gaida, up in a P3, but... we'll have to see what they say about that. Brabner, luckily, he didn't lose too much, so to speak. He did lose like 5 seconds off that, but he's still within reaching distance, I would still say, but Olive is right on his tail, his teammate, to be more specific. But yeah, Maciejewski up to P6, Krusovar getting past Iligner, so I'm rubbing more salt into that wound. So Krusovar up to P7, and it's all taking off here in Laguna. So
yeah. As Gaida attempted to use the corkscrew to open a bottleneck, you could say, you know. I'm proud of that pun. I mean, anyways,
I don't know if it was a rejoin per se, but it might have just been out of his control. We'll have to see back.
Yeah.
Brabner tried his best, so I didn't see if he did hold the brakes or not, but from that angle, I don't think holding the brakes would do much.
Yeah, I feel like it was just still caught in the slide.
Yeah, but Brabner is going to pit though, actually, so he may have some damage. As he actually bonks into the wall there on the pit entry, so that might actually cost a little bit as well.
Take another look at that. What did he do? I'm on board with him. No, he cuts too tight.
Yeah, he went too deep into it. It's maybe not severe, but I don't know. It's gonna be some damage for sure.
Oh, apparently there are no onboards from the pit lane. Epic ACC moment. They took that feature right of Codemasters F1.
Yes. So, right now Maciejewski is on the back of Olive. Made his way up slowly but surely, and now looking like... Oh, as he actually goes onto the gravel there, but keeps it under control. but he is still within a shout here as car 27 off again.
Oh,
so that's
Mills,
Mills,
no! That's number 2.
Again.
We're gonna watch that back. I'm sorry, Mills.
Interestingly, is he gonna let him through here? I was gonna say Santos is was holding Carson up a little bit, so might not be a bit. Yeah, might not be happy with. Carson might not have been a bit too happy with that, but then cost him what a few tenths. So yeah. Well, we'll have to see actually, because it might have been a little bit more than that, because.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he did it. Yeah, Carson made a mistake somewhere, or something happened, because he lost 4 seconds just there.
Yeah, true.
So
maybe FIA.
4.5 seconds.
Maybe the FIA has some work. I don't know.
Yeah, that's interesting. I wonder what happened there. So yeah, we did completely jinx him. Yeah, I think Santos may have had something to do with that, because he's also 29.3 last time around. So I don't know if Karsten and him had some issues there, but yeah, hopefully nothing severe. I mean, Karsten still actually lost some time though. He's 9 seconds now, which oh no, 9 seconds up the road. But yeah, no, still that is a lot of time lost. So 6 seconds almost, to be precise. Or actually no, 3 seconds. Sorry, I'm looking at the other timing there. But yeah,
and, I think while that incident with Gaida has robbed us of the train for P2, we have now got a little bit of a fight going on that might... Okay, it doesn't end early because Illigna keeps his car even though he just touched the gravel there on the outside. Yeah, Illigna probably has the pace on Kushva, but he doesn't have...
the pits.
Okay. Yeah, so Dominic doesn't have the track position, so he will need to find his way past on track or through the pit stops, as Krushva prevents that by taking the undercut and attacking Maciejewski directly by that. I think that was a solid pit stop from Krushva. He didn't hit the wall on the inside, so did that one better than Brabner.
Yeah, Brabner may have made a mistake as well on this lap. He's done a 28 round. So and Karsten is actually
lap, isn't it?
I don't know. Was this? I don't know.
I think it was.
It might have been. Yeah, it might have been actually. So yeah, I could be wrong, but yeah, because interestingly, Karsten is right behind him, a lap ahead. Yeah, but I mean that's because of the pit stop. So
yeah, short track.
That's just, yeah, it's funny to note. Yeah, it's small. Yeah, 1 minute 20 lap time.
Yeah.
Is this the shortest one, or is it Brands Hatch, or? I'm forgetting which one is shorter.
I think this one by this one by 1 or 2 seconds.
Okay, yeah, and was it this? I know. What you call it? What's it called? I'm losing the words. Zolder is pretty short as well, right?
Yeah, but it's longer. It's got
short. Yeah,
20.
It's more longer.
It's got 128 as lap times.
Yeah.
I always say that this track is, in my personal subjective opinion, Brands Hatch and bad. Because, well, I like Brands Hatch a lot. It's my favorite track on the game to a hot lap alone, not to race other people on. As, Brabner is behind Kononov and that's Visser. And there's no blue flags here, unfortunately, as car 28 is off. Who's that? I'm not used to the liveries. Who was that? Someone went off, but I can't see who it was.
28 is Visser.
Huh? Oh!
So he's into the pits.
Ooh.
Or he's into the pits for
Yeah. He might have reset his car to track. I find that this track and Brands Hatch have a lot of similar characteristics and what's that camera view? And corners. Like, the one that Illigna's entering right now is kind of like Surtees, the uphill left-hander in Brands Hatch. And then it's got, you know, the kind of medium speed 90-degree bends where you can run.
Oh, who's off the road? Oh, no, that's Mills making way. And actually, Brabner as well made a mistake there and actually went off the road and had to let Karsten by. So Crucifer actually is ahead of him now on track.
Wait, was there an incident between Mills and Brabner?
I don't know. Was there?
I'm gonna watch this again. This is the replay. Now we're gonna... Oh, okay, so this is Brabner spun round and...
oh, no.
And then he Yeah, he comes out ahead of Karsten, and Mills was also off on his own, so it was just two independent incidents. But yeah, Brabner lapped by Karsten. That's an interesting
really unfortunate sight. Who's in the pit? I think Rupert's into the pits along with his teammates, so we'll see where they come out.
Yeah, Rupert in the pits, as you say. So, pit stop's a little late. Maybe it is because, well, I mean, Rupert doesn't really have a threat from behind. Geider is probably picking up a penalty for that incident, and so, you know, the undercut threat isn't that high, and it's a track where you really don't want to drive around with worn tires if you don't have to. Is this the point where I tell my legendary endurance race story with...
It is the point. This is the point. Yes.
So was Wow's first.
Oh wait! Before I say that, I don't know if Crucivar is. I think Crucivar might have to let. He might have to let Karsten go here because he's been holding him up a little bit, and yeah, he's kind of just been in the traffic, and yeah, Karsten's not really able to do anything here. 22.9 that time around for him, and 23.4 for Crucivar. Yeah, Crucivar's gonna go wide there, let him through. Yeah.
And he,
but that might actually give Brabner some, yeah, it might give him a position here, potentially, because he's right on the back of him.
Yeah, and funnily enough, by doing that, Karsten has helped out his teammate massively, because this basically just nullifies the undercut attempt made by Krushva on Maciejewski, so the Polnath racing drivers unknowingly helping each other out there. So probably keeping his lead in the class is Maciejewski, and Krushva is not keeping... his car on track well enough to stay in P10, because that is Brabner through, but maybe into the corkscrew. He gets a run, tucks into the slipstream. Will he go for a move? I believe he will just tuck in behind. Let's hope he doesn't Brabner off the road. Wait,
yeah,
no, Geider.
No,
wait, Geider.
Geider him.
Geider did the funny. I'm sorry, Joe.
Yes, yeah, I was gonna say, you'd be a brave man to want to overtake into the corkscrew, or you'd be a NASCAR driver. You'd have NASCAR brains to do that, but anyways, Chikeka's into the pits, Smelt, Berbatovic, I can't speak names, I'm sorry.
Slavic names, man. Wait,
yeah, my bad. Wait, sorry, Alex.
Is Serbia...
I'll call him Alex. Illigner as well, all exiting the pits. Is he Serbian? Yeah,
I mean, he is Serbian, but I don't know if it's Slavic.
I think it is. I'm not sure.
I'm European. I should know this. I don't know.
Yeah. It's been a while since I've been to Bosnia, so yeah.
True.
It's been a long time. So, but yeah, we don't talk about that here. That brings up bad memories. Sorry if you're watching this, Nico. And anyways.
So, yeah. Also, the funny endurance experience was Wow's first endurance race, and he got onto the grid, and like for us to connect, he pressed drive before, so he drove precisely 2 centimeters with his race start tire set. So when he gridded up, opened the setup menu, it gave him new tires, which were the ones that we were putting on our first pit stop. So when Yugos took the car after the first pit stop, he was on one stint old tires, and we were all wondering why Yugos was so slow. And then on his second stint, which was his third stint on the tires, when we thought we were double stinting, Yugos' tire just blew up and he had a puncture. So that was the story of Laguna Seca 8 hours. And then Yugos' wheel overheated and he just drove straight into the wall. So and that's
I remember that happened to him in Zandvoort season 2. He was looking to be. It was looking. Yeah, I remember. It was like the championship battle pretty much changed with within the final 3 rounds of season 2, because it was like anyone's game between there. It was Hugo,
Novak.
Tim Novak, and then Sam and Van den Hutting were kind of just there as well, keeping themselves within it until yeah, I think it was Zandvoort. Tim Novak had to miss out, and the reason he pretty much lost the championship was because of attendance, because he had other things.
I'm getting some solid lag here.
Yeah, I can see that on the stream. What's happening there?
ACC bad? Give me. Yeah. I'll check my task manager to see if anything's overworked. Yes, my CPU is. I don't know what's going. I'm reconnecting.
Okay. Yeah, I'll keep an eye out on things. Carson pits and comes out well ahead of Rupert. Guy does 3 seconds behind him, and Olive is exiting now, and comes out behind his teammate. I think. Actually, no, he might be ahead of him. What's happening here? Let's see. Yeah, he is going to be ahead of him. So up into P4 for Olive. So looking good so far.
Yeah,
he's kind of at a quiet race, but yeah.
Just so you know what's going on, I'm just...
Oh! Yeah, I'm gonna cut you off here. We have a battle for the lead in silver class here. Maciejewski losing timeout. Crucifer trying to find his way down the inside, but Maciejewski covers him off. But yeah, this is going to be interesting when you join in here. So, yeah, sorry we're not really seeing it, but I'll try my best to commentate it. Going into, I forget what corner these are. I don't know the corner names besides the corkscrew, and the last corner and stuff in turn 1. But, yeah, Crucifer right on his tail here, coming up towards corkscrew now, trying to get a good run here. We're only halfway through, so we have half of this race to go here, as Brabner makes a bit of a mistake as well, and that is a big crash there. Maciejewski's out off the road, and in the corkscrew, Brabner makes a mistake, and Crucifer now is into the lead of silver class by quite some margin, but I don't know what happened there. So Brabner having a chaotic race here. I don't know what happened or whose fault that was, but
can you save can you save the replay? I want to watch it after the race. That's so depressing, man.
Yeah, I'll try to. How do I save the replay?
Just press M.
Oh, okay.
That should do it. Yeah, I'm just connecting the broadcasting client, and then we'll get the overlay.
Okay. Yeah, I will be sure to save it. Yeah, no worries. But yeah, that was
irritating, man. I hate it.
Yeah, I know. Brabner is now P6, Crucifer's P7 on road. Everyone's made their pit stops, so this is the grid as it is. Illigner's found his way back up to P5 after all of that. So yeah, Brabner is probably not going to be happy, and
also, he's not on track.
Yeah, Maciejewski either. So Rene from the back of the grid is up to P11 and trying to find his way up now towards the back of Maciejewski, who is being held up a little bit by Mills, who's gonna have to move out of the way here since he is some laps down. Yeah, but
I just wanna say, Banzas had a little. Oh wait, is that? Oh, that's so close between Smelt, Krushva, and Brabner through the corkscrew. And I wonder if Krushva is trying to open up the inside. Oh, he hops over the curb and he almost spins, but Smelt gets the move done there. Oh no, he doesn't. So Krushva keeps the inside line, but they're gonna run side by side into the last corner of Laguna. Seca, who's gonna get the better momentum for the straight. I believe it's Smelt is. Yeah.
Makes another mistake. So now his Kennedy Chikeka's on the back of him, and Maciejewski's gonna come into the pits now. Again? So I think he's done.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he's.
Why? I mean, you could just drive. I mean, you know.
I mean, maybe he's just getting some new tires or something. He's just trying to fix damage.
It costs so much time.
Damage. He might have damage. I don't know, or something. But yeah. Now 1 and 2 for the McLaren Honda Fernando Alonso Racing Max Verstappen racing team here. Porsche.
Yeah.
Bosnian division, maybe, I don't know.
No, it's not.
Belgian division, this one. Portuguese, my bad. Sorry, yeah, I forgot Max Verstappen's Portuguese.
Wait, Burbo's past Kroshwa. I feel like that.
Yeah, he made a mistake. He made those mistakes in the Burb. Alex got his way through. But yeah, Brabner gets a little bit of breathing space here after all the chaos. We got yellows again.
Breathing space because
no, not again!
Oh no! Oh yeah. Oh, he's really careful. He's just stationary on the track to be as predictable as possible.
He's like, I don't want to get a penalty. I don't want to have to explain myself.
He's just
Mafia.
He's just sitting on the ground with his head in his hands, closing his eyes, hoping to not get run over, man. No.
So yeah,
not going well for Fuki Wookie. They are in P18 and 19. As Mills almost does another Mills no.
Come on, man.
Oh, is that?
Yeah, I think.
Never mind. Yeah, we're good.
Yeah. I think Maciejewski is pulled over out of the race. So, unfortunate. Yeah, that's high attrition. So, I mean, there was only 23 people. So, 19 cars left. which is a shame, but this is what we have so far. Let's see. Pretty much everyone having issues here, apart from Olive, Karsten, Rupert, and Rene, even actually.
Everyone has the issue of having to drive Laguna Seca.
Yeah, they. So Rene up to the top 10. Where is oh, actually, I was gonna say, where's Visser? He's out of the race, unfortunately. Oh, he's in the chat. Yeah, you missed a lot, actually. So
what have we got going on track? Gaida is pretty far adrift off of... wait, I didn't mute. No, I didn't. What? Who muted himself?
No, I said he yeeted himself.
Oh,
Dragon.
I don't... What? Don't ask what's going on in my brain. I'm having a moment.
No, well, it's okay, because the thing is, I can't read, so...
Yeah.
I could have mispronounced it or something.
English major,
so, you know,
by the way. Anyways,
I'm getting a master's degree and I cannot read, so I just throwing that out there. I mean, a lot of people in 2S suffer from that same issue. You know, I think it's called like dyslexia or something.
Yeah.
When I saw
now
it,
spell it.
I didn't know what it said.
Anyways, so
spell it. I can't read. How do you expect me to spell it?
That's kind of the joke, but.
Yeah, exactly. But you expect me to understand jokes as well.
I'm German. You're not.
I'm
Iligna, through those pit stops, Iligna has gotten himself ahead of.
Actually, there's a bit of contact there between Stricker and Van Hudding, and yeah, they got a bit they bunked each other a little bit. I think Kimmy was onto the gravel. Van Hudding got caught up by him, so luckily nothing major happening there. But yeah.
Oh yeah, my God, he had a massive oversteer moment, and Ruben, who was trying to carry it around the outside of the Audi, got caught out by that and smacked into his side. So his streak of unlucky races, well, I mean, it would, you know, would have continued anyways, because he's been taken out in the corkscrew, but this doesn't help either. It's actually like a proper season to forget for Ruben, but maybe he can at least make one memorable overtake. No, not close enough there. Actually, I mean, Sam and Ruben are properly, you know, in trouble this season. They have finished in the top 3 for 2 seasons in a row now. In season 2 and 3, they were both up there with Karsten. And in this one, we've got... oh, Chris is off track, and Chris, no! Well,
Chris, no!
Another one bites the dust. We're gonna watch that off... We're gonna watch that on board. That's... Yeah, don't floor it. It's gravel. What are you doing? Oh, no. Oh, my God. They're all dead. Everyone I've ever known is dead.
Come on, man.
So...
That's probably just Track knows he's the ACC admin, so they're just trying to, you know, they don't like that.
It's true.
So they the gravel knew.
Imagine being
the gravel
ACC.
Took a mind of its own.
Imagine being ACC.
Yeah, honestly,
admin.
imagine being admin. That's so cringe.
Yeah.
I hear the Australian guy is an admin too now.
Gee.
Kinda cringe, not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Anyways, yeah. With that said, let's keep an eye out on this race. We've got 22 minutes left, and
yeah, I mean,
our brains have pretty much.
I mean, this is just how every Laguna Seca race goes in the commentary. You just chat some nonsense and wait for cars spinning away on your stream on the screen. That's basically it. And I think we're doing a good job of that. It's exactly that. Also, I quickly want to mention this might. Unless a certain Nigerian intervenes, be the second 1-2 for the McLaren Honda team, and actually Bans with a really good record this season if he finishes, because his race results have been second, DNF, and first in silver class, and right now he's on course to add another second to that. It's a proper Max Verstappen moment, going podium, but DNFing in Italy.
I'm gonna go. I'm gonna take the opportunity here and go do some scouting through the voice calls to see any sort of news we can pick up here, especially with the silver class thing.
This
so
is
give
the
me a second.
desperation. This is when Laguna Seca hits. Anyways, so I'm considering that Max Verstappen cosplay from Bans, I expect great things to come in this season. He's gonna get a lot of podiums, and he's gonna DNF from Mazzano. Because, you know, 3 Italian Grand Prix, 3 DNFs. It's just how it goes, really. So, I just wonder in which order the 2 McLaren Hondas are going to finish. Kroshva is still leading the championship in silver class, and he's still gonna lead after this one, because Maciejewski had his off, so no threat from the Polish driver. And René is in P4 of the silver class standings with 43 points. Between them is Maciejewski, of course, and Taurus, the Lithuanian, in P3. So, yeah, Vance is in P4 in the silver class standings, and I wonder if he will want to pick up the points for the class win on his teammate to try and go for the championship himself, or if he's just gonna play Valtteri Bottas for him and is going to protect him while Sanix goes on to win the race and claim the maximum 25 points. Gonna be interesting. They've worked together in basically all of Barcelona, and they are doing well, and they might do the same here as well. Also interesting stat, silver class has had no duplicate winners so far here, but this is likely gonna change unless through incredible circumstances Chikika, Witkowski or Mills somehow win. Well, Mills is a little more unlikely than the others, but this is probably gonna be the first 2-time winner in silver class. Hello.
So, I got back a little bit of feedback from the McLaren Honda garage. So, according to Fernando and Maximilian, we have a bit of an issue. I think Krusvar is going to be taking Krusvar thinks he's taking a penalty. So, the order for him is to speed up because Chikeka's behind. So, I supposedly he just missed his braking point because there was Brabner spun out, was alongside him. There was a Bentley alongside Maciejewski there, and so yeah, he messed up the corkscrew. So we'll have to see what the thing is. But if that's the case and he gets a penalty, then yeah, Rene is going to be P1 on road for silver class and P9 here. So we will see how that goes. There was also an order for Krusvar to not hold Rene up, but the second order was afterwards for him to pick up the pace. So we'll have to see what happens here, because yeah, Van den Hudding and Chikeka are right on the back soon of Rene, and Van den Hudding looks very fast indeed. Although they're not in the same class, so this isn't really a fighting, because they don't really need to fight each other here. But yeah, Gaida actually is right on the back of Rupert, so that's something to mention. But
to be fair, Gaida very likely taking a penalty.
Yeah.
I don't see a way it isn't one. Unless George is broken 30 meters early, and I didn't see that, so I don't think it is. Which means this is probably not all that meaningful between the two of them. Just the thing is, you know, the longer Rupert can hold Gaida behind.
Oh, here he goes, looking down the inside here. Tries to, I guess, put him offline more than anything, and now tries to get a run onto the start-finish straight here. Let's see if it's enough speed in the Bentley to get the move done here. He is in the slipstream, but I don't think it's enough to actually get the move done here. Yeah, it's not going to be enough, so still holding that position is Rupert. Actually goes a bit wide, makes a mistake there. Tries to go, and so Gaida tries for the switchback here. Rupert has the inside line, though, and might actually still keep this position. So we'll have to see if Gaida can swoop around the outside here. As they make a bit of contact there, Gaida now pulls alongside and actually backs out of it. So yeah, it's getting a bit feisty here again. So Gaida cannot afford to lose time. He has a big gap behind to Olive, but as he actually goes onto the curb again and loses out there. So yeah, that's the end of that for the time being.
Yeah, he'll need to catch again. He'll need to make the move, and then he probably needs to catch up at least 5 seconds to prevent the position loss from his penalty and well, his likely penalty. And Rupert, of course, will... well, Rupert will not know about that, but the longer he can hold Guider up, the easier it's going to be to stick within that 5 or 10 second window afterwards. So it is definitely worth it for him to defend this, as Sam gets lapped. So this is depressing. Also, Mills is no. His car is absolutely ruined, and he's in the pit lane. Don't know what happened. I have an idea, though. Oh,
actually making a mistake there through the corkscrews, Rene, and Van der Hutting now looking to swoop around the outside here, and actually nearly goes off the track to do so, and has to back out of it for the time being. This is a Lamborghini, though, against a Porsche.
Yeah, so maybe
coming up to a straight.
Maybe it can happen on a straight. It is not. I mean, this straight is definitely longer for the Porsche than it is for the Lamborghini, and
yeah.
While that sounds weird, it's certainly the case in a way, but in this instance, no move done for Ruben, so he didn't really get the run out. Slipstream wasn't enough. Maybe he's running high downforce on his setup or something. As Bance goes off track, and now Ruben lunges towards the inside, and this is the move done. And that is what I was talking about in qualifying, as another time on the gravel, man. He's picking up lots of stones there. As down to P11, but it shouldn't matter in silver class. He just needs to make sure. What is Ruben doing? Ruben goes off track there, catches some gravel, and bounces back through again. So we're gonna watch. You know, this was just the rehearsal. We're gonna watch the same thing all over again in 3 minutes.
Yeah, I'm gonna go infiltrate the McLaren Honda garage one more time to see how they're looking, because they do seem to be tense here on the paddock. So let's see what we can hear.
So also another fight we didn't mention yet is Brabner versus Smelt for that P6, and while Illigna has been really unlucky by being spun in that corkscrew incident between Guider and Brabner, he was arguably the one who lost out the most, not counting in damage, of course, or penalties, but Illigna is still ahead of Brabner, who is struggling once again after having his 2 brilliant races on the 2 Italian tracks. He's had a bit of an issue at Zandvoort, and he's having a bit of an issue today. He's in P6, needs to defend himself from an angry Dutchman, and that is gonna be a challenge, and it's not gonna help his campaign in the championship to at least secure that P2, as Carsten, of course, seems absolutely gone with his 100 and potentially 125 points in the bag. Brabner is 5 points behind Illigna and only 3 out of Guider, so regardless of the FIA decisions, Brabner might just lose P3 in the standings here, which is a shame because he's arguably the second or third fastest on this grid. Of course, Felix Rupert is gonna look to get himself involved in that fight. He's on a little bit of a low ground because he didn't drive in Catalonia or Imola, so Rupert late to the party, but he's in P2 in the in the race and might pick up 20 points for the championship. What's that from the garage?
So yeah, so far it seems as though Crucivar is really trying to gun it now to get at least 10 seconds in case he gets a penalty on at least Chikeka, he said. Since this is, they want the 1-2 there in McLaren Honda, Fernando Alonso, Max Verstappen racing. A lot of chatter in Portuguese, I think it was, about some worries with spinning and gravel, taking some gravel in. So yeah, luckily they're in the quote-unquote very stable Porsche, which is impossible to spin at all. So yeah.
But they're in a Honda though. With a McLaren in.
Oh, yeah.
Anyways.
Yeah, the Porsche chassis that they made with the Honda engine, yeah, it's luckily it's working out for them. So.
By the way, one possibility. You know, I'm not FIA. Oh well, I am, but I'm lazy, so I'm not FIA, and so I can't really speak on that. But just a speculation, in case Guider gets 10 seconds for his wipeout, which I don't know if he will. I'm not making a judgment on that. It's not my job. But, well, it technically is, but who cares? And like, if it was 10 seconds, then this could be a fight for the podium going on here, because just about in the 10-second window of Gaida are Antoine Olivet, who's in P4, and Dominic Illigna, who's in P5 after his incident in the corkscrew. So those two might be just fighting for P3, but in any case...
Gaida and Rupert are coming up on traffic here, as well as I think Nico, takes full advantage of the blue flags to get past us. Stevens there, who was holding him up, so good job with that, actually. Very nicely done. And he was trying his best to get past there.
Belt in the corkscrew! Yeah, got very deep in there. And the very stable Porsche! Really easy to catch, as we can see. Stevens probably didn't even have a drop of sweat after that half spin. Totally controlled there, as side by side go Gaida and Rupert. And on the outside it's not gonna happen. That corner, but maybe coming towards turn 1. The scary Bentley is filling certainly 100% of that poor Audi's rear view mirror, but he stays in the rear view mirror because no move is done down that main straight. So, Rupert stays P2 for now, and Illigna got ahead of Olivet. I'm gonna see if that happened in the last 20 seconds. No, it didn't. So, wait, it happened in the middle of the track. How?
Wah.
Yeah, certainly, wah. As, Kennedy Chikeka is also ahead of, Ruben van den Hudding. When's the replay? Over there is the replay. Okay. So, the top 3 of Silver class are kind of moving closer and closer together, especially if you count in that Sanix has maybe got a penalty coming. What's the gap? It's 4.5 between Bans and Sanix. So, so Chikeka wouldn't be in the 5-second window, which would still give McLaren Honda the 1-2.
Yeah, and now he's going to be struggling again here because he gets a poor exit there, and Van den Hudding might be on his tail trying to get past there as... that's... He is gunning it here, and I know he's had a really unfortunate race here. Had not the best qualifying and not the best race even, just trying his best. He got taken out earlier through no fault of his own, so... Yeah, just we'll have to see what he can do in these last 8 minutes.
And also, we saw a little bit there as well. We kept an eye on the fight for P2 with Gaida and Rupert, and it was the same again. They did the same dance moves again. They were running a little bit side by side. Slipstream for Gaida, not enough into turn 1. Round the outside, failed switchback attempt. No way past. Laguna Seca is too narrow, and the strong isn't long enough. So. Frustration for Gaida for sure, and Brabner is still not clear of Smelt. I wonder if there's gonna be a move there, and also Babatovic is waiting. We've got yellows for second, but I don't know what
Illigner makes a mistake there into the corkscrew, and now Olivet might have gotten a move there, but Illigner keeps it under control for the time being.
Yeah, he almost corkscrewed it up. Ha! Anyways, that was really German, I apologize. So, Triton's just dead silent. I apologize.
I'm gonna let you realize how bad that was. I want you to know. Anyways,
it's slowly sinking in. Are you happy now?
Yeah, I am, sort of. I'm never happy, but you know.
As happy as you can be commentating a race at Laguna Seca, that hasn't been bad. It's actually quite the solid race. A lot of fights, and because it's hard to overtake, they are drawn out. And every mistake is punished. So, not a bad race. Driving is probably more painful. It's just a little bit of a meme track sometimes, honestly.
So yeah, let's see, what else do we have here on the track? I mean, just 2 and 3, then 4 and 5. And I think, Van den Hudding as well. With actually a semi-decent run here on Chikeka, but not able to do it here, since this is too narrow of a part of the track.
Yeah, also way too short. You need to do some crazy stuff with alternative lines there to even attempt an overtake. Maybe in a competition race, but not in a league race. And up to the corkscrew. No passing here. And also maybe alternative line. No, not happening. It's still Laguna Seca with a little bit of a wiggle for that Bentley there. He's visibly struggling, and what would be a shame now is if he threw away that P3 in class by defending too hard for his overall position, while Ruben, who really needs that position to get as many points as he can, gets himself alongside on the outside, but on the straight, I think the Bentley just outdrags him and stays ahead unless something can happen on the brakes. Chikeka goes a little bit deeper, cut back from Ruben, gets himself alongside, but no way past the double apex. Corner almost used to get the cutback, but it's not enough, and they are losing time to the two McLaren Hondas, as yeah, Chikeka is almost out of the 10-second window for Krushva.
Yeah, and let's see what's happening in the back here as well. I think it depends on if what is it? It depends on if the Chikeka can. I would think he could just let Van Hutting go and then just like try and follow him through, but he has no way of knowing about the penalty situation, so you can't really blame him at all. In fact, he's more than entitled to fight for this position, contrary to some people's beliefs. But yeah, anyways, let's see what happens here at the last part of this race. Olive starting to fall off the back of Illigner, but maybe pulling his way back, as well as Gaidov losing out some time to Rupert.
And
but right now the battle for P6 might be one of the final things of the race. So here, Brabner, who's had a pretty hectic race here, unfortunately for him, under threat from Smelt, who is the lead Trigon car at the moment, and Alex, Bravatovic. Sorry, sorry, Alex.
I think that's good.
Yeah, he is sort of lurking there in the background as well. He's had a bit of issues as well. Smelt as well, spinning out that one time earlier. Pretty much everyone has, apart from Carsten, has had issues, and even then, Carsten, I'm pretty sure, had a bit of an issue with earlier with some blue flags.
Yeah, for sure, that was scary. Might see some FIA action on that front. Smelt, almost close enough that he could call it having a run, but you can't be much closer through that last corner, and it still might not suffice to get the move done into turn 1. We're watching from the rear view, the rear wing of Brabner, and yeah, it's just rough, man. Laguna Seca, straight.
That's rough, buddy.
Yeah, damn, bro, that's crazy.
Let's talk. Can we talk about real quick? Witkowski, I think is his name. On the back of Stricker, he has had a very quiet race.
Yes,
or they have had a very quiet race. Yeah,
I haven't mentioned him today.
We haven't mentioned him at all. And right now, yeah, he's on the back of he's gonna be P4 in the class, or in the silver class, since there's only 5 people left.
Oh, not even Mills is here.
Mills, no.
Mills said before the race, unfortunately, he vowed, he didn't say he vowed, but he committed to finishing every race, and if he didn't, he would certainly quit Laguna Seca, and he's broken his promise and has quit Laguna Seca, so unlucky. Also, imagine being Veld and Sam, because they're in pro class, they're not even collecting points for the overall standings here, and then 16 and 8 and 17. Man. What even happened to Veld? Like, he's two laps down now. I didn't see anything.
I didn't get a look at that either. Let's see.
Wait, what happened to Illigner? Illigner's down the spot from Oliver. And did I just cut away from an overtake? No, I didn't.
Oh, yeah. He made a mistake somewhere. So, yeah, we missed it.
Yeah, that's certainly an annoyance for him, but that means Olive up to P4, potentially 3, but I don't think it's a 10-second penalty. I would assume it's 5, but that would keep Gaida in P3, so he would still get a podium after that. And, leader on the final lap as Illigda, very close to being on his final lap as well, if he had put it in the wall there, but he holds on to that car. And Chris and Witkowski as close.
Van Harding trying again on Chikeka, but not able to do it. But yeah, Chris is struggling a little bit, it seems. And so is Chikeka to hold Van Harding back. Good battling between them as Van Harding, oof. Oh, he's onto the gravel as well. Gets it back onto the track though. Yeah, it's you should have one, unless Van Harding gets up to them right now. Or I mean, not Van Harding.
What's
sorry.
he doing? He's off again.
Oh,
and this time he just keeps it pinned.
I think he's just frustrated. Yeah, I think he wants to let Karsten through. Maybe, I don't know, because he's coming up to him and he might just want to end it here. Not want to do another lap. It's up to him. Yeah, because here comes Karsten, who is pretty much run away with. If you ran away with the other races, he has pretty much.
Yeah. And
yeah, he has pretty much. Yeah, he's just dominated this. I don't know if he's gonna let him go here, but here comes Alexander Karsten. Yeah, he is.
So Karsten wins. He makes it 5 out of 5, and across the line, he is on 125 points, which if he wins another one, then or if he wins 2 more, that would have been enough to win the championship in season 1 in 6 races. But yes,
I'll have to calculate it because I think he could win it. He could possibly win it next race already, which we'll have to see. But yeah, here comes Kimi is able to hold off Witkowski, so good job to him. P13 there. We'll get some points in class as well.
Not able on Olive, and Olive really slow on the apex there. I don't know what that was, but Illigna pulls to the inside. He's weaving a little bit, but he's not getting the position. So whatever mistake he made there late into the race costs him. Rupert has finished second off screen, and Gaida third. Olive 4th. Illigna 5th. Brabner.
Oh, okay, yeah, no. What happened to Smelt? Smelt lost a position. Oh, no.
Oh, Sam, no!
Sam, no!
Throws it away there. So, yeah, Brabner P5, and as you say, Babatovic, I think I found like 4 different pronunciations for his name now.
Yeah, so Christopher crossed the line to win on track for silver class as well, and it is a McLaren Honda 1-2.
Again.
And, yeah. And Chikeka down the road there in P11, but P3 in class, so that's our race.
Yeah, and that makes them extend their gap in the championship because Maciejewski didn't stick around. I think worst case would have been P6, but he decided to go, which I think is a what's that? Triton is gone, which I think is a poor judgment. Oh, that's Triton calling the McLaren boys, isn't it? Or should we call it the Honda boys? To make it a little bit less confusing. No, we don't have either car. We don't have a McLaren or we don't have a Honda, so calling them either is fine. Triton is gone, which, probably because of being in the voice chat with him. Yes, he could have told me. Now I gotta stick it out. Let me do some maths for a second. I should be taking a break from doing maths. I've been doing it all day. But yeah, Olivier has had his best finish of the season here today. And he will pick up, what's that, 13. Yeah, 13 points. And that brings him to 43 points. And Ruben has only, wait, where's Ruben finished? I don't actually remember. Let me quickly have a look at the results. Ruben has come home in, this is the worst potato quality I've ever seen, 144p on my phone, so I can't look at the standings. Ruben finished in P12, so Ruben gets some points, which means Olivier stays behind him, but Sam no points for him today. Certainly drops down. He's had a bit of a shaky season. And up front, I mean, well, Carsten is up front, but P2, Iligna picks up 11 points. So it is 69 nice points for him. And Brabner loses out a little bit, and Gaida is 8 points behind Iligna in the standings, and with this race he gains himself, I believe, 5. So Gaida getting closer and closer to that P2 in the standings as well. Ruben dropping off a little bit, and Rupert gaining ground, taking P5. So that's what should happen in the standings here. Did you get us an interview or something, or why were you gone?
I was discussing again with the McLaren garage there, the McLaren Honda garage. They are very happy with the performance from for the 1-2. So unfortunately, it seems though that they're not exactly happy with Tim for some issues here. But I think Eris might have some things to say. But yeah.
Oh yeah, oh no, Alex has integrated really soon into 2SRL because
the Eris video. Yes, I see it.
That's some good stuff there. And yeah, also another race reaction is Sam saying that he has found his McLaren. It is the Audi. To everyone who doesn't understand the reference, I won the Season 1 championship, and in Season 2 I went to McLaren full of energy because I wanted to be Terra's teammate at McLaren. Terra is still in Florida. He was supposed to come back at round 2 of Season 2, and now we're halfway through Season 4. He's still not here. And, yeah, I had a terrible season, and that kinda, took the wind out of my sails as an ex-champion, and now Sam in the Audi having a similar experience. So, yeah, he's not happy with this car. And we'll see how it goes for him in the future. I don't think we're getting an interview, so I'd like to thank everyone who did watch the race, and we hope you are back in the next week when we head to a track that I don't know yet. Wait, let me see. It is it's the Nürburgring. So that's fun. We go from your backyard to my backyard. It is the backyard in the same sense, because it's also like 400 kilometers from me.
Yeah.
But it's the same country, so I guess that qualifies. And
yes.
Yeah. So make sure to be there for that. Also, we've got the SLR and the 2SRL races at what's it? China. We're skipping Vietnam, so it's China this week. And that's going to be some good racing, so thanks for watching.
We're not skipping China, or we're not skipping Vietnam, we're
doing the 2021 calendar.
We're doing the proper calendar, which does not include Vietnam. So
rest in peace. Abu Dhabi died for this. Anyways, have a nice evening, everyone.